We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. For a sign is just the center who fell. Home. But gotta we fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. We fall down, but we get up. For a sign is just the center who fell down. But gotta get back up again, get back up again, get back up again. Anyway, you all, I am here because I just read about the Donnie Mcclurkin situation. If you don't know, Donnie Mcclurkin had a young man to come to his church. He read Donnie Mcclurkin's book. It resonated with him. He went to the Freeport, New York church. He met Donnie. This thing started as mentorship, and then it moved on a little further. He felt some kind of way, and Donnie gave a little testimony about, his abuse and stuff. And yeah, but can I say something? First of all, I'm not victim shaming at all. I want to be very clear because it's very serious. These are very serious allegations. But if you are Donnie Mcclurkin, Tyler Perry, the man who did Precious, if you got any little change and you gay, baby, you need to sign an NDA or a something because you are opening yourself up for lawsuits. Now, let me tell you what's really interesting. But I was trying to call. But this is the thing. This man met Donnie when he was 21 years old. So you're not a minor. You're an adult. How long did this go on? Did you not feel something in your spirit to say, this ain't right? And most of the time, y'all, baby, he weak and you weak. If you is an alcoholic and you still taking nips and dips, baby, it ain't time to go to no other alcoholic. Because both of y'all gonna be drinking again. I mean, really. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Donnie has had some real odd episodes at that hotel when somebody was trying to rob him. And then the same thing happened down there in the subway. It's just too many things with men going on with Donnie. I ain't trying to be funny, but it's too many things with men going on with Donnie. Okay? And then he ain't gay no more. And then he wanna be with somebody, but he gonna be by himself for the rest of his life. And Donnie, you ain't called to be no eunuch. You know you got urges and things. And that young man going through something, and he was a target, Donnie, and you know that ain't right. Now, I will say there is a power dynamic. That man went now according to the report, that man went because he liked your book and that thing resonated with him. Okay? started mentoring him. Wrong move, wrong move, wrong move. Young man, continue to go about your way in Jesus. There are professionals who can help you. I'm just a pastor, and I'm glad I inspired you. But, you really need to get through this. I'm still struggling myself. You know what I'm saying? And see, the thing is, Donnie, if you've been honest with yourself and say, you know what? I love a man. Okay, I love men. But no, Donnie, you're not going to do that. You know why you're not going to do that? Because these church people have told you that you need to be delivered. Now, here you are, a pastor of a church, and you don't want to lose all of that money. You don't want to lose money because, you still get sales for Speak to My Heart and Hold On, Stand, Be Strong, Stand. You still get money from that. And you don't want to be treated like B Slade, aka Tone. So you keep on living this lie for the church folk. Johnny, let me give you a little secret. Boo boo, they still talking about you. They still saying you gay behind your back, Donnie. So no matter how you try to prove the people wrong, they ain't gonna ever believe it because that's who you are, Donnie. And had you been who you are, you know what? This man would have been okay. You could have really had a relationship with him. Y'all could have had something. But now he said you done S.A.'d him. And whether he right or wrong or looking for a payday or not, you should know better, Donnie, because you are the powerful one in this relationship. You are the one who people will believe. And this man is coming out, and you know folks gonna come against you. So, Donnie, maybe you didn't do anything to this man. But for the mere fact you put yourself in a position where it's really, really gonna hurt you. And now, Donnie, you should have gone and came out in the first place and lived in your truth, so you wouldn't have to be sneaking no booty or no jingling or whatever you was getting down there in the church. That's all I'm saying. Child Will Smith people. And see what bothers me? Again, people want to say, ooh, these gay people and this gay agenda. No, it's sleeping with men agenda. It's a DL man agenda. Okay? Will Smith ain't never identified with the community. Johnny ain't never identified with the community. And my thing is this: stop giving folk to us that don't claim us. Move on. Okay? You are in a no man's land of gayness. Because you ain't never said I was, but we know you were, but you sleeping with people, but yet the community get blamed for it. See, this is what bothers me. And the church folk ain't shit, because, and I'm not talking about spiritual people, I'm talking about churchy people who think the building and the institution is salvation. Because it's a difference. Oh, it's a difference. Y'all know Donnie is gay. Y'all know Donnie has always liked men. Y'all know he is not delivered. Because really, he is who he is. Now, this is the thing. Was he doing an effective job as a minister? I'm just saying. And I'm going to say this. Now, I'm going to jump on this, and people going to be mad, and I don't care. Jabal Bryant can have children all out of wedlock, can be hitting it while he was single. Okay, now he married. And I ain't going to even talk about his wife because she could wear that dress because it's her business, and I'm tired of people talking about that damn dress. Okay? But again, I'm going all that because these men can get away with this. You can be a hoe and still keep your position as pastor. How I know? Because they got they have a couple of hoe pastors in San Antonio. I ain't calling no names, but if you know, you know. It's some hoe pastors in San Antonio that got caught about 3, 4, 5 times and still is the pastor. And you better not try to remove them. And then I had some children. And that's why I don't get. These men be scattering seeds and stuff, and Donnie ain't got nobody pregnant. And so this is the problem that I have. So I am not victim shaming. But let me say this: you 21 years old, boo boo. You 21 years old. You was going to that church. I don't know what you thought Donnie was. Now let me tell you something. This is why you need to put. I trust in God, my Savior, the one who will never fail. God will never fail. I sought the Lord, and He heard, and He answered. That said, I sought the Lord. It didn't say I sought Donnie Mcclurkin. It didn't say I trust in Donnie Mcclurkin. It says I trust in God. Stop putting your trust in these men and put your trust in God. Man will fail you. Johnny had a flush moment, and baby, he ain't delivered. He wrote a good book. I believe he believed what he said in that book. But honey, I don't know what this man was given. He must have been fine. I don't know what happened. But baby, Donnie started mentoring. And see, Donnie, now, let me tell you how this going to make the church folk look bad. Because everybody now who mentoring got to be careful because mentoring might be seen as grooming. Hello, somebody. This is why you can't go be picking up people in Virginia because they in a crisis. Okay, because you might do a Donnie Mcclurkin. Okay, you might not be trying to hunch or suck or nothing, but then all of a sudden that person in your car and the devil started talking to you. The devil started talking to you. Next thing you know, you pulled over on the street. My God, today. See, I'm just being real with this thing. I'm being real with this thing. Because the devil is busy. He's busy. He's setting up men's and women's. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, he is. Now, let me say this. That man could have been really seriously seeking Donnie, and he may not have been wrong in the faith. Johnny, that ain't right, and it ain't going to make you look good, see. But I don't know the story. Now, that's what the man said. The man said that he was inspired by Donnie's book, and he went to that church down there in New York. And Donnie gave a testimony about his trauma and his essay himself. And the man was showing up. He said, I got to speak to Donnie. I got to speak to Donnie. I wish you would have been speaking to Jesus, but you had to speak to Donnie. And Donnie, y'all connected, okay? And Donnie said he was going to mentor you, and you felt real good about that. And then some start feeling strange. Child, and oh, my God, today. So it's crazy, y'all. So again, now, all of this is alleged. We gonna see. It's gonna come out. Court documents gonna come out. Like Will Smith. The difference between Will Smith and Donnie Mcclurkin is it's a little hush hush with Will Smith. Until you mention it, I have forgot all about it. Because Will Smith got money like that. Now Donnie got money, but he don't got that Hollywood money. All right. So we fall down. This is why you can't go pick up everybody. I had to tell somebody, I had to tell this lady she got big titties. I'm like, sister, don't go hugging these men. Just wave across the street. Because it seems like every time you get a man a hug, you land in the bed with him. Okay? You hunching them and got a child from them. Baby, if them titties is going to be your downfall, just wave across the street, baby. You don't have to hug nobody. Do a different way. So it's a mess. It's a mess. I just had to come and talk about that. Now, we're going to find out. I ain't trying to sensationalize this thing. It happened. Donnie is a human. That man is a human. Okay? Now, in the perfect world, that man would have got a trigger warning to say, some ain't right here, some ain't right here. This feels like a grooming moment, but maybe he felt kind of like, well, this is Donnie, and who gonna believe me? Now, why do I say that? Well, look at the Epstein situation. Look at the Weinstein. Look at all of them steams, okay? Look at all of them steams. The people feel like they don't have no power. They feel like the people ain't gonna believe it. And you know you can't tell no church people that they pastor trying to hunch them because then it's a What they say, touch not my anointing, do my prophet no harm. And then it's a lying spirit. They'll get you with every spirit. Every spirit. Now they'll blame you. They won't blame the pastor, but they'll blame you. Let me tell y'all something. Ooh, I hope I don't tell nobody business, but I'm gonna tell you. There's a situation in Ohio that there was a preacher at a big old church, and baby, they said they called it was hurting in the office, Lord Jesus. Baby, the powers that be covered that up. You hear me? And they banished that man. And I don't know if that man's still a preacher. Now, last time I was there, he was still preaching. But baby, they'll do it. See, church people will hide that stuff. They will hide that because a lot of these people, they got money that's coming out the ministry that they don't want to mess up, and they will hide this mess for the preacher. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you. It's a jungle out there. It's a jungle out there. And let me say this. It's more predatory in the church than in the streets. Now, I love the church. I'm talking about the body. But that building, that assembly, and the people who think church is to go somewhere, because you got to go somewhere to have church, that's when it gets dangerous. That's what I'm talking about right there. Baby, more girls done got pregnant in these churches. It's predatory. It's predatory. And you got to listen to your children. This is why you don't want to hear. But baby, you got to never talk. You don't communicate with your children, and they'll be like this young man feeling like they don't know nobody. Now, I'm not saying Don did it, but this is in general, because there are predators in the church. Now, could this man been there to seduce Donnie? But we don't know. However, always go direct them until the evidence says something different. But baby, it happened. That's all I'm gonna say. Donnie, had you not been gay no more and delivered and lived in your truth to say, I am a gay man, I love Jesus, I love Jesus, but I'm called. I would rather you to have a church of 50 people who say, you know, I'm with you, than you lying to yourself and lying to the people and have hundreds of people in your church and this kind of shit done popped off. Because you were sneaking. You were sneaking. If you would have said, hey man, this is who I am, and even though this has happened, this is who I am. Unfortunately, he had to come out this way, and you and that man could have had something. But now that man said, I'm suing you. And both of y'all ain't delivered because he let it happen, child. Child. See what I'm saying? But he coming to you because he's looking for some help. And now it look like you grooming him to what has been put out there. My God, today. So that's my Donnie Mcclurkin take. We gonna still look and see what's going on. But now I'm gonna say the man was 21 years old. So at least the man was above age, because maybe if he would have been underage, Donnie, it would have been he would have been in jail. But with this was a probation or something, you may have to pay some money. You may have to settle out of court. I don't know. We fall down, but we get up. For Spain is just a sinner who fell down, but got up, get back up again. My God, baby, 2026 already starting off. Will Smith thing, now it's Donnie Mcclurkin. Then I heard that the Usher thing is making room again. They talking about Usher and his stuff going on. Maybe it's a lot going on. And they talk about this Diddy and this man that Diddy was doing every Wednesday. Girl, he had a day on Wednesday. On a Wednesday. Okay, and I can't think of that man's name, but he was on that 50 Cent thing. I'm like, my God. Okay. So, what else been going on, you all? I haven't really been checking the beef sector out, so I don't know if there's anything that's been pressed that's been happening. Work was real interesting today. Oh, it has been interesting today. It's gonna be a doozy. Pray for me. I gotta go to a funeral tomorrow. Y'all. And it's gonna be a tough one. So, not so much for me, but yeah. So can't go into detail with it, but keep me in prayer so I'll be strong in this time of loss. That's all I can say about that. So anyway, y'all, yeah, I'll be dressed up tomorrow because it's a few. Um, but anything else going on, you all? Is Ro and Brian still going at it? I tell you, Ro, be wise, Ro. Be wise, Ro. Think about your job. Think about your career. Don't do anything that's gonna jeopardize your career. That's all I'm saying. All right. So anything else going on, y'all? Like I said, I might have to tonight. I might look through and see what's going on in the section because I really haven't been checking. Somebody said somebody dragged me. Child, I can't even tell you. Don't even care. Don't even care, baby. Just got a lot going on. It's been dead today. Okay. Yeah, and people want to call you so you can engage with them. I'm not engaging as much in 2026 because it's not worth it. It's really not. It's not. And when you know who you are and what you got going on, you don't have to engage. But I am going to say this. Y'all, I'm very concerned about our country. I'm concerned what this man is doing to our country. Now, we ain't have no business going over there to Venezuela. I don't care what the people got going on. I really don't. We ain't have no business taking their government officials out of that country. And then Donald Trump talking about how we in charge. And then that fool is going to say that I believe Colombia and Cuba and Mexico. And what bothers me the most, you all, is that what you are trying to get straight in Ukraine and Russia, you just did in Venezuela. And you're going to open the door so China can do it to Taiwan. There are rules and guidelines. You didn't even consult Congress. You can't declare war without Congress. But Congress, get your ass up and do something. And this stupid Supreme Court, y'all need to stop this man because this man is on a whole rampage. And it's almost like I better do this before I leave here. Because baby, he looked like he's falling apart, skin tan up and stuff. I mean, look like crepe paper. But again, y'all, it's dangerous, and I don't think you all understand how dangerous this is. And not only did you disrupt that country, and now that country might be thrown into chaos. Um, Russia and China get their oil from Venezuela, and yes, they have the largest oil reserves. And you don't be using our troops to secure oil because You have done nothing but talk about oil fields, and you don't use our troops for that. And Mark Kelly is right. Don't do anything that's illegal. You're putting our troops at risk. You are making them war criminals because you are doing something that is against the law. I'm afraid to travel in the United States now. I mean, outside of the country now, rather, not in the United States, but outside the country. Because I might be detained because I'm an American, because you're doing stupid stuff. You have hurt the airline industry because that stupid move you've done caused all of the airlines to have to stop. Now you got people stranded in the Caribbean. And now the airlines have to send all of that capacity to get those people out at their expense because of you. Now the people in Venezuela may be happy, and the ones in the U.S. may be happy because y'all don't like Maduro. But what's going to happen is, I think your country is going to be thrown into chaos because nation building is not United States strong suit. And I just think we're in a precarious place. So I wanted to say that you got to consult Congress. And Marco Rubio is saying one thing, and Trump is saying another thing, and Marco Rubio is trying to make it palatable. And now y'all got to answer the Congress. They pissed off, and you know it's bad when Republicans and Democrats are pissed off because you didn't even tell the Gang of Eight. You just went and did it. And not only is this because of the oil, this is also to take people off that Epstein. But baby, y'all stay on that Epstein, stay on that Epstein, stay on that Epstein, and jump on this DeSantis with this siphoning money from the state of Florida. Baby, these people don't care anything about the American people. It is not America first. Here we are, we got farmers whose farms are going bankrupt. We got people who get ready to lose their medical insurance. Prices at the grocery store still ain't gone down. And you talk about America first? No, this ain't America first. Because now the resources are going to have to go to Venezuela to help them out. It's just unbelievable. Ain't no American first. It's Trump, rich people, oil companies. Thinking about the American people. Well, he got something. And I think somebody, I hope he's not a Manchurian candidate. I hope nobody is pretty much running it while, y'all, we don't really know what's going on in our country. There's so many things that kept away from us, but that man is not well. Something is wrong. Our Supreme Court is not doing anything. Congress ain't doing shit. This man, I mean, come on, you all. You just took a leader from another country? That's dangerous. Oof. I'm going to tell you what. I'm praying for all of the military people right now. Because I sure would want to be in the military with this man. He don't care about soldiers. He already done said that, he thinks that people in the military are losers because they got to fight wars. Oh, he don't care about your son. He don't care about your daughter. He don't care about anybody. He just cares about what he can get. Boomkey, you gotta rewind it. You gotta do the replay. You gotta do the replay, Boomkey. Yeah, that was the first thing that we talked about. So anyway, you all, Yeah, United Nations have to get involved because who's to say that he won't take Cuba? That has to be done by the Cuban people, and the people have to rise up and want better. It's sad, you all. I'm telling you, we are in a precarious situation, putting people at risk. It's just unbelievable, making the United States unsafe. I don't want to be going. I don't want to be in Colombia. I would never want to be in any country right now besides the United States because with this crazy man, we ain't safe. Some down. No, we were talking about the Rico situation, and everybody makes a mistake. I made a mistake with Heidi, and I guess you made your mistake with Rico. But we all make them. But yeah, we talked about you briefly. Nothing bad. We just said that Rico is Rico, and I'm glad he did what he did to you. So I learned my lesson not to let him on. Some say let him pay you up, pay him up, pay him up, let him get paid up. But sometimes I know you ain't coming over here to check me because if I said something twisted, I still said it. And I don't know what you're supposed to do about it. I don't know if there's supposed to be a threat. But if I said something about it, I know how to knock on your door and tell you. I've never been afraid of it. I don't get into skirmishes with people, and I don't get into clashes with folks because I don't need to. But it's not because I'm not afraid. It's because I don't have time. But I'm just being real. But I mean, that's it. So yeah, that's all. Mm-mm. Love you, mean it though. Love you to life, do boo. Show do. But never afraid to talk about something that's happened. If it's on YouTube, we're gonna talk about it, favorable or unfavorable. So anyway, moving right along. So yeah, it's a lot of things been happening, you all. I tell you what, people trying to get it popped off in the beef sector, and it's feeling more manufactured day by day. I don't feel things that are organic. It's given very manufactured, and I think people are trying to take molehills and make them out of mountains. So it is what it is. Now I did say, and I want to be very clear, Brian can come to San Antonio. I just don't want him at the event. I wouldn't want him around the patrons with a firearm because he's proven himself not to be stable, even on these YouTube streets. And how he talked to Roe, and it was just abysmal. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. They're talking about they're talking about what's his name, Jamal Bryant's wife. Leave that lady alone. If that lady want to wear what she want to wear, she gonna wear what she want to wear. Nobody don't even care. Again, you got these folk in these churches having cheering out of wedlock, doing all kind of things. You got domestic violence and all kind of violence in these churches, and they want to talk about that woman dress. Are you serious? You got people who getting ready to lose their health care who probably are members of your church. You got people struggling to eat, and that's all you care about. See, y'all priorities is wrong. Jesus went up there talking about people's dress. I ain't never seen Jesus say, "Ooh, honey, you need to come back. You dress wrong." Jesus was concerned about those who were in power oppressing the poor and those who didn't have a voice. That's what Jesus was doing. Feeding the hungry, healing the sick. Y'all ain't doing that. Don't even have a social justice ministry at your church, but want to talk about what that lady wearing. And I'm not trying to be funny because I don't know this Wooten person, but I would love to know how many city council meetings that man has been to for people who go to his church who are in situations where they're being red lines, where there's still red lines going on, or high prices, or people losing their medical. I would love to know how many city council meetings he has been to for the school board and racial injustice. I would love to know, because if he's been doing those things, then I might give him a pass. But I have a feeling that he ain't even doing that. Oh, it's just terrible. Worried about that lady damn dress. Let me tell you something. Can I say something? I saw Marvin Winans do a tribute to Richard Smallwood. And could you tell me why Marvin Winans' church is empty? Baby, it looked like the choir and a couple of deacons and the mothers was there. Baby, the balcony was empty. It's a mess. Let me tell you something. I don't even know if he's gonna do that. It's just his he's unpredictable. He's very unpredictable. He loves you one minute, he hates you the next minute. He could be loving Roe at the restaurant and midway through the meal start throwing the table because he's just that unpredictable. He's just that unpredictable. Let me tell y'all something. The churches that I've seen with the most children, the women wore long jean skirts that drug down to the floor, but yet they had 4 and 5 children, and it was the most strict Pentecostal church, but yet that jean skirt didn't keep them from lifting their legs up. See, jean skirts don't stop you from getting pregnant. Jean skirts can be unzipped, unbuttoned, and lifted. Okay. So I let these church people do all of that stuff. They worried about that woman and that, but yet you got all of these girls in your church having these babies out of wedlock. Child, move on. And like I said, y'all, I'm gonna do this study. I believe the more fundamental the church is, the less education they have, the more babies you're gonna have popping out. Because when you tell your kids about sex ed and make it plain and let them know what it is and give them options not to get pregnant and get an STI, they usually will do it, right? But it's these people who talking about something Jesus gonna deliver you and all of that stuff, and then but Jesus ain't birth control, okay? And Jesus delivered you with the baby. Now the baby here, girl. I done seen so many in Pentecostal church God by faith, Church of God, United Pentecostal Holy Church, okay. Similar where I would put them up against any AME and Missionary Baptist Church and United Methodist Church that's black. I guarantee you that them churches, them Pentecostal churches, they're gonna have a higher pregnancy rate. I feel it in my spirit. It ain't scientific, but I feel it in my spirit. From me playing, looking, yeah. Anyway, let me move on because I know somebody ain't gonna like that kind of teaching. I'm gonna say this. Stop down. I don't have anything against the man. He's unhinged. I don't even argue with the man anymore. He's unhinged. And I just pray to God this year that we don't have no medical issues because it seems like he always have a medical issue, girl. And every ever since he been on here, every single year issue, and we always hear how to let myself go. I should have did what the doctor told me to do. I'm in this hospital. All we see is oxygen people and claiming stuff on other people, and then that shit jump on you, and then you the first to be crying. So I just pray that this is a year that you don't have to go through no shit and that you don't have no medical emergencies. It seems like it's always something going on. If you don't get hit in a car accident, a blood clot done creeped up, or you got kidney issues. It's always something. It's always something. I just pray that God or Jehovah, okay, or whatever really heals you so you can go through the year without going to the hospital. Jesus. Patrice say, I'm sick of it. Just sick of it. Now, wait, hold on for a minute now. Hold on for a minute. I heard Rob Rat is back in the news for some foolery. Now, what is that all about? What is that all about? They said that Rob Rat is back in the news. I'm like, please do not bring that man up. I'll be resurrecting people who don't need to be resurrected. That thing should have been down in the grave, honey. In the crypt. Don't bring it up. Yeah, we heard that Rico porn bomb Thump Down channel. I talked about it. Wearing a skirt. Well, that wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise. It wouldn't surprise me at all. Lord have mercy. There's so much going on in these. Oh Jesus. Uh-oh. He allegedly gave some girl. Oh no, not pregnant with herpes. Jesus. Girl, I haven't heard that since what's her name? But she wasn't really pregnant, so we didn't have to worry about that with her. She was really not pregnant though. Thank you, Jesus, because I can't imagine. Baby, the girls are not well, honey. They are really not well. They are really not well. Baby, they are really not well. They are really going through. They are not well. Y'all right. Them girls are really not well. You can see the video about Simon on Diva's community wall. Child, let me go check this thing out. Oh, Lord Jesus. Let me check this out.
Uh, why that look like the same tracksuit he be wearing at his house? That's why I know it was him. And baby, them toes was pointed up to the ceiling. Okay, baby. Okay, somebody done took some dance lessons. Oh my God. Well, at least he could rap, but I know it's him. He sound like he got that annoying voice. Baby, okay, gay rapper. Anyway, baby, these girls are not well. Ooh, these girls are not well. It's just too much going on in one day. These girls are really not well. Baby, these girls are not well. Not well. Well, whether it was uploaded 19 years ago or not, it is what it is, baby. Well, look, y'all, I'm gonna check out and see what's going on. I am at home. I'm chilling. Hey, Jayna, how you doing? It's a lot going on, but it's not a lot going on. It's a lot going on, but it's busy stuff. It's not anything that is, again, it's not anything that's organic. All of this carrying on is very, very manufactured. Very manufactured. So anyway, y'all, I'm getting ready to head on out. I will talk to y'all maybe later on tonight. Peace and love. Bye.